So, good morning children, welcome back. So, yesterday we had started with the third chapter from a honeycomb textbook, Gopal and the Hilsa fish. And today I'll just go to the previous session. Yesterday what did we see in this chapter? Yes. Yesterday we saw that in this chapter there were four main characters: Gopal, his wife, the courtiers and the king. So yesterday we saw in the chapter that it was a season of Hilsa fish. Everybody in the town were talking none other than about Hilsa fish. So even the king got irritated. Even in the palace, everywhere, all the people had only one thing to talk, and it was about Hilsa fish. So finally, the king was tired of hearing from everybody's mouth about Hilsa fish. So finally, the king decided that only Gopal, as I explained you yesterday, that Gopal was known for his wisdom. He had very good knowledge. So only Gopal could solve. Only Gopal could stop from everyone to stop about the talk of Hilsa fish. So the king threw a challenge upon Gopal. He put a challenge before Gopal that now tomorrow you go to market and you get a Hilsa fish and you come back to palace. Once he gets the fish from the market, he has to come to the palace, and till he reaches the palace, he should see that nobody should ask anything about Hilsa fish. So this was the challenge that he gave to Gopal, and Gopal readily accepted the challenge. Now we'll see. So yesterday we also saw that he dressed in a different attire. He shaved, he was half shaven, then he smeared ash on his body, then he wore rag-torn clothes, and he went out to the market to buy the Hilsa fish. So on the way back to the palace, what happened? All the people started talking about Hilsa fish or Gopal? Yes, all the people started talking about Gopal. Nobody noticed the Hilsa fish in his hand. All started talking that this man has gone mad. He looks so mystic, so and so. So everyone started passing comments on the look, on this appearance, because it was like a man. He was completely dressed, half shaven, rubbed ash on his body. So people were talking about him, started gossiping about him. And as soon as he reached the palace, what did we see in the last? Yes, the guards did not allow him to enter the palace. Why? Because they could not recognize him. And they asked him, one of the guards asked, whom do you want to see? So he answered that he wanted to see the king. And they didn't allow him to enter the palace. They asked him to go away from them. And as he heard, the guards did not identify him, did not recognize him. He started to sing and dance. So till here we saw yesterday. Now we'll see what happens in the next half of the chapter. So you all are waiting for it? So shall we start? Okay. So on page number 40, so yesterday we saw that Gopal, what did he was doing? As soon as he heard the guards did not recognize him, he started to sing and dance loudly outside. Now inside the palace, what was going on? Yes, inside the palace, the man is crazy. Throw him out at once. I want to see the king. Let me in. So this was the talks that was going on. So one was telling the man is crazy, other one was saying throw him at once. Then other, what he was telling? Gopal, I want to see the king, let me in. So king, what he did? He said, he called the courtiers, he called the guards and told them, bring that man to me at once. Yes, your majesty. So the king ordered the guards to bring that man, because even the king did not recognize it was Gopal. He was Gopal. So the king ordered the guards to bring that man to me at once, and the guards said, yes, your majesty. So now Gopal was brought before the king. So now Gopal was brought. See, there he is standing. It's Gopal. So one of the courtier identified him. It's Gopal. So the other one is telling, the man has lost his mind. So one of the other courtier, what did he say? The man has lost his mind. So these were the things that were being spoken by the courtiers. They were passing on comments. I think it's one of his crazy jokes. So I think that whatever jokes he comments, one of his crazy jokes. So they were not sure it was Gopal. So these all were the things that they were passing on. They were talking with each other. All right, Gopal, out with it. Why are you dressed up in this ridiculous fashion? So now even the king got it that it was Gopal, and finally the king asked him, okay Gopal, now you tell me the answer. Why are you dressed up with in this ridiculous fashion? That means that was outward, not in good condition. Ridiculous means horrible fashion. Your majesty, you seem to have forgotten something. So Gopal answered that, your majesty, your highness, I think you have forgotten something. So the king is thinking on what he has forgotten. Forgotten something, now is thinking on in his mind. Strangely enough, no one seems to be interested in Hilsa fish today. From the market to the palace and in the court, not a soul has spoken a word about Hilsa fish. So now Gopal, what did he say? Yes, he said, it's very strange, my dear king. Today no one is interested in Hilsa fish. From the market to the palace he reached, and in the court even, not a single person has spoken a word about Hilsa fish. Not a single person even has asked about it. Not even a single person even bothered to think about Hilsa fish. All the people everywhere, they all were talking about who? Exactly. All were talking about Gopal. Only then the king remembered the challenge he had thrown to Gopal. So now the king remembered that he had put before a challenge. He had thrown a challenge to Gopal. So now the king was happy. Ha ha! Well Gopal, congratulations. You have achieved the impossible once again. So the king became very happy that once again the Gopal had achieved the impossible. He could do the impossible things to possible, because everywhere all the people were only talking about Hilsa fish, and even the king got irritated because they didn't have anything to talk about. They were only talking about Hilsa fish. So finally, as the king got irritated, he threw a challenge to Gopal, because I told you earlier, Gopal was known for his wisdom, for his imagination, for his thinking. So he could do many impossible things. So as previously, as always, even Gopal again could achieve the impossible once again. So my dear students, have you all understood the chapter? You want me to give you the summary? So once again, I'll give you the short summary of the chapter. Those who have not seen the first part of the video, that is yesterday, I'll give you a summary of the whole chapter, and then we move on to the next exercise, that is open page number 44. There is picture reading. So that I'll do it. But before that, I'll give you a short summary of the whole chapter, the Gopal and the Hilsa fish. So, it was a season of Hilsa fish. The fishermen caught a lot of them. They sold them in the market and the prices of the Hilsa fish were down. That means it was very low. So, this news was discussed by all householders. They were amazed that the fish came to such a low price. So they were amazed. In the palace also, the courtiers discussed about this matter. A courtier also showed the king a big fish that he had caught. So now the king also lost his temper. The king then challenged Gopal to bring a fish to the palace without anyone asking a word about it. Since Gopal accepted the challenge, he started working on it accordingly. Then what he did? He became half-shaven and covered himself with ash. When his wife asked him the reason about his peculiar look, he said that he was dressing up to buy a Hilsa fish. He was getting ready to buy a Hilsa fish. His wife thought that this person, my husband, my Gopal, had gone mad. Gopal reached the court. He told the guards that he wanted to see the king. But the guards, they did not allow him to enter. So Gopal began dancing and singing, crying loudly. They reported this matter to king. They reported this matter to the king. And the king ordered the guards to bring him to the court. Then finally Gopal introduced himself before the king. So the king asked him why he was dressed up in that fashion, in that outward look. So Gopal explained that when he was coming to the palace, not a single man spoke about the Hilsa fish. Everyone got attracted towards its peculiar look. They didn't mind the fish. The king then remembered the challenge he had thrown to Gopal. He congratulated Gopal on his achieving the impossible. So this is the story all about the Gopal and the Hilsa fish. Now my dear children, can you see the picture of Hilsa fish I have shown on the screen? Yes, this is the original Hilsa fish. It is one of the costliest fish in the world. So now we on open page number 40 will start with the picture reading. Sorry, page number 44. So look at the pictures and read the text aloud. Stag by the side of a pond. So did you find the picture? Yes. Second picture. How beautiful my horns are. Next. But my legs are so thin and ugly. Hunters, run for your life. Let me hide somewhere. These branches, oh no. They are too close. Get out of here. I was proud of my horns. They could have caused my death. I was ashamed of my legs. They saved me. So this is the picture reading. Now the second question. Now ask your partner questions about each picture. So as if no partner sitting beside you. So I'll ask you the question and the answers also I have written. So you can write down the answers. Where is the stag? Can you find the picture of the stag? Yes. So where is the stag? The stag is by the side of the pond. Next, what is he doing? He is looking at the reflection of his horns and legs in the water. Does he look like his antlers? Antlers means horns. Yes, does he like his antlers? Yes, he likes his antlers. Does he like his legs? No, he didn't like his legs. Fifth question, why is the stag running? The stag is running to save his life from the hunters. Sixth one, is he able to hide in the bushes? No, he is not able to hide himself in the bushes. Where are the hunters now? The hunters are now beside to him. Eighth one, are they closing in on the stag? Yes, they closing in on the stag. Ninth one, is the stag free? Yes, the stag is free. The last question, what does the stag say about his horns and his legs? The stag said that he was proud of his horns, which could have caused his death, and was ashamed of his legs, which saved him. So these were the 10 questions. Now the third part. Now write the story in your own words. Give it a title. So I have written the story. So what title I have given is All That Glitters Is Not Gold. So this is the story what I have written. You can copy down in your notebook. A stag was once drinking water at a pond. He saw his own reflection in water. He admired his beautiful horns, but he did not like his thin and ugly legs. Suddenly, he saw a group of hunters running towards him. He ran into the jungle to save himself. His legs soon carried him far from the hunters. He then tried to hide himself in the bushes, but his horns were caught into the bush. With his best efforts, he was able to free himself. Now he realized that his ugly legs helped him in saving his life, but his beautiful horns could have caused his death. So this is the story about. So what you have to do is, you have to write this story in your notebook. If you want to write on your own words, you can write in your own words. If you want to continue with the same, you can copy it down. So you will write this in your textbook itself, not in your notebook. In the textbook itself, you will write it down. I hope you all have understood this chapter. Okay, so in the next, on Monday, I'll send the question answers PDF. So you can copy down the question answers in your notebook.